Okay, welcome to the second video on outcome A1. That's factors and products of whole numbers. And so we're going to look now at the idea of the greatest common factor. So here's our first example. Now first off, the greatest common factor is the largest factor for two numbers or more numbers. Okay, so here we go. We are asked to find the GCF for 132 and 240. Here's the first thing I can do. I can actually do the prime factorization for each of these numbers. 132 is equal to, well, it's equal to, there we go, 2 times 2 times 3 times 11. Why don't you write out the prime factorization for 240? I'll pause. Okay, here we go. And there it is. 240 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Okay, so there we go. Those are the prime factors. Now, why does it help? Because we're looking for common factors. So what's common? Well, these 2's are common. They're the same. These 2's are also common. There are no more matching 2's. So let's move on. There's a common 3 right there. And otherwise, every other factor does not have a matching partner. So we can now say that the common factors are 2, 2, and 3. And it turns out the greatest common factor is equal to 2 times 2 times 3. And if you want to work that out, that's 12. Next example, I'd like you to try this one yourselves. I'd like you to find the greatest common factor of 198 and 138. So take a moment and pause the video now. Okay, there we go. There's our prime factors. 198 is 2 times 3 times 3 times 11, and 138 is 2 times 3 times 23. By the way, if you have trouble with prime factorization, you can watch the first video in this outcome. We're moving on then. So let's see. The common factors, oh yeah, there's a common 2, and a common factor of 3, and, oh, I'm done. So now we have only 2 factors which are common. We have, or 2 prime factors which are common. We have that both are divisible by 2, and both are divisible by 3. So 2 and 3. Those are both common factors. But the greatest common factor is going to equal 2 times 3, or 6. Final example here. The process will be the same, even though I'm asking now for the greatest common factor of 120, 960, and 1400. So I'm going to pause here and take a moment to do the prime factorization. I suggest you do the same. And then, so pause the video now. Alright, I took the time here to write out the prime factors. 120 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. 960 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, and well, you get the picture. What's common here between all 3 of these numbers? Well, there's a factor that's common here of 2, a factor of 2 that's common, and a third factor of 2 that's common, and I'm done with the 2's. There's no more 2's that are common. And then I see, hey, wait a minute, there's a 5 in all 3 of them. And I'll circle them kind of awkwardly, but there you go, 5, 5, and 5. And look across the board, none of the other factors are common. So we're done. The GCF is therefore equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 5, which is in fact 40. By the way, if you check this, you'll find something very interesting. If you divide 120 by 40, you get 3. If you divide 960 by 40, you get 24. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. And if you divide 1400 by 40, you will get 35, which is 7 times 5.